Maybe for our listeners, and we can give them a brief so that they can get straight into understanding what the story is about. If you had a couple of minutes, maybe you could just tell me, John, what your motivation behind writing the book was.
Well, I didn't set out to write a book. My mother came to me and wanted to find her father, who had abandoned them when she was less than a year old. And so I did some research on him and was able to find out some things. And then she said, well, I'd also like you to find my younger brother. I didn't even know she had a younger brother. She had never talked about him. And so I set out to find him. His name was Robert. And in the course of doing that, I found that my grandmother had been part of this whole eugenics craze that swept the country and caught up a lot of people in it. And unfortunately, she was one of them. And so I started researching what happened to her and what happened to her children. And it led to this story. And I realized that there was just a lot here. And so that's when I decided to write the book. So the book is about what happened to her and kind of what happened after what happened to her, because some pretty horrible things took place. But also, in the end, I realized that really this is kind of a story of triumph in some ways, because there were a lot of survivors that came out of it. And it was the survivors that really turned this whole eugenics thing on its head.